yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
Belvrita, I do think that worked, unlike the 9 computers that I have in my home, since I'm not in the studio for today. So yes, it does work though, because it's Maritza. We'll see what happens as we go and see if the tech teams can get anything up and running. So that's where we are, Belvrita, but we are exploring the superpower of Integris influence. And Belvrita, who has the one and only growth-driven, heart-centered Integris committed to mastering Maritza, assembled here today.
Sean, Maritza definitely has some growth-minded, heart-centered individuals. And first, coming from New Braunfels, Texas, founder of a specialty clinic where world-class pelvic care meets education-driven empowerment for every woman. One of only 3,000 board-certified neurogynecologist, I think I got that correct, in the U.S., uniquely qualified in advanced pelvic floor and bladder health, on a mission to drastically reduce vaginal, bladder, and vulval issues through early education, empowering women to take full ownership of their reproductive well-being. Let's welcome to the show, Dr. Teresa Irwin.
Well, that's a mouthful. And so shall we refer to you as Dr. Irwin, Dr. Teresa? How shall we refer to you today?
Well, just a quick little, I'm a urogynecologist, and I know that's a hard one. But you can refer to me as the vaginacologist. So let me tell you how that came about. When our oldest son was in high school, he was talking with a group of friends, and they're all talking about their families. And one of the guys says, "Hey, dude, what is it that your mom does for a living?" And, he hears me talking about vaginas all day long, and he's 15, 16 years old. So he's like, vagинacology? So when he told me that, I was like, "Mijo, that's perfect. That's exactly what I do." So now I don't really have to explain what I do for a living.
I think I'll go with Dr. Irwin, Bella.
I was like, yeah, Dr. Tracy, you're gonna turn Sean purple, and I don't even know that he can say that word publicly. So, however, I was definitely looking forward to seeing what was coming next.
Well, out of respect for our guests, I will go with it. The vaginacologist. Yes, warm welcome, Belvrita. Over to you. Who else is here?
Wait till I share tomorrow on Deep Practice what you said today. Next up from Houston, Texas, market expansion leader, driven growth in competitive territories, converting cold leads into repeat clients in the medical device sector, strategic relationship builder, earning trust with decision makers, creating long-term partnerships that boost revenue and retention, high performance professionals who deliver results by capturing the market share through smart territorial development. Let's welcome to the show, Derek Solz.
And Bella, that's Derek, correct, Bella? Derek?
Correct.
Yeah. Warm welcome, Derek, to the Heart of Influence. And please, Derek, Plato, the Greek philosopher, said, play a game with me for an hour, and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. Like vaginacologist, that's like a year's worth of conversation, for example, Derek. So we go with a headline fun fact, not a story, because Bella has her Chuck Barris Gong Show Gong for story, but headline, and the headline could be something fun and funny, like we just heard, adventurous. It could be something you're proud of, anything, Derek, that would make us share, like we do with Dr. Irwin. Derek, no way! And Dr. Irwin started our spell of Rita with a no way fun fact. So Derek, what is your headline fun fact, please?
Well, fun fact is I'm a father of 4 children, and our oldest son and his wife went into labor about an hour ago. So my first grandchild is coming, and so I'm 1 hour into becoming a grandfather.
Derek, we've had more than 8,000 people on the Heart of Influence, and this is the first person becoming a grandparent or parent in the space of the show. Congratulations. That is definitely a top 20 all-time fun fact. Bella, it was going to be hard to follow up the vaginacologist, but Derek did it. So Bella, who's next?
Derek did it. Our next guest is up for the run-in. Next up from Houston, Texas, transformed patient access by cutting wait times by 75%, over 100,000 beneficiaries, elevating care, delivering at scale, managed a $375 million budget. There's a lot I could do with a budget like that. Operational precision, driving compliance, performance, and strategic growth, fueled rapid expansion, gained 8,000 new members in 6 months, and unlocking $10 million in additional revenue. Let's welcome to the show the masterful Jeffrey Blackwell.
And Bella, the crowd roaring so much, that's Stephanie, correct, Bella?
Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeffrey. Oh, sorry. Crowd was roaring. Jeffrey, outstanding. And Jeffrey, please, your headline fun fact.
My fun fact is that spent 29 years in the military, and I was the commander of what used to be MASH units and now are combat support hospitals. So I essentially was a Colonel Potter.
Well, Jeffrey, thank you. Thank you for that. And Bella's dad is a 3-time combat tour veteran, 2 tours Vietnam, 1 tour Desert Storm. His favorite television show ever was MASH. He saw heavy combat, during his time. So thank you for your service to our country and for having such a insightful, witty, fun fact about it. Warm welcome to the Heart of Influence, Jeffrey.
Thank you.
Warm welcome,
Bella Rita.
Jeffrey. And next up from Houston, Texas, healthcare revenue cycle leader with 15 plus years in billing operations, known for precision, integrity, and people-first approach, drives team alignment through a unifying mantra promoting collaboration and performance, leads with emotional intelligence, fostering inclusive cultures built on accountability, trust, and continuous growth. Let's welcome to the show, Carlos Smith.
Hello.
And Belle, I'm so sorry. I don't know if it's the connection or what's happening, but each time you're saying the first name, it's not coming through clearly for me. Is it Carla?
Carlos. Oh, so Carla with an S at the end.
Carlos. Thank you so much, Carlos. Warm welcome to the Heart of Influence, Maritza style, and please, your headline fun fact.
Fun fact about me is I was a drum major in high school, so I just love music. So sometime I get in my car and I have nowhere in particular to go. I just ride and listen to music. That's my piece.
Let's go. Peace, music, present. Carlos is in the house. Bella Rita, where are we going?
Next up, Sean, we're going to hang out in the greater Houston area in Texas. Because, you know, that's where all the greatest people in the world come from, Sean. You know this, right? Business leader, international roots, and 20 plus years in business control, budget control, program delivery, and transformational change, combines corporate expertise with a heart for service, now helping physicians recover unpaid claims through strategic revenue recovery, known for precision, proactive, and purpose. Whether leading change or lining up the next swing on the golf course, let's welcome to the show, Marguerite Bosman.
Marit, warm welcome to Maritza's Heart of Influence, Marit, and please, your headline fun fact.
You know, I think when I talk about my hole-in-one in golf, it's pretty boring, you know, so I have a really fun fact. You know, with a family, we used to live in North Africa, in Libya, Tripoli, and I'm adventurous and I'm resilient. So my husband gave a little comfortable and I was driving all over Greater Tripoli in my car. At that particular time, you didn't have any cell phones. And the only thing my husband gave me, that was a compass. When you go south, you are in trouble. When you are going north, when you are lost, then you end up at the Mediterranean Sea. And you have a big coastal road. And usually I found my way back home again. I'm still alive and kicking. And I did quite a lot of road trips. Usually my husband always gives the steering wheel to me. So I drove in Naples and the Amalfi Coast. You know, nothing.
Traveling by compass is what I'm hearing, Sean.
Exactly.
Yeah,
not even like
traveling
maps, it's by compass.
And compass. That is the only thing I needed in Tripoli, Libya. And there were no cell phones.
Marie, we're way over headline. But Marie, warm welcome to the Art of Influence. We are super thrilled to have you here today. Bella Rita, Marie is ready. Who else is here?
Marguerite is ready. Next up, Sean, the woman who put it all together from Houston, Texas, brings 28 years of global leadership at a Fortune 100 company into her work as an executive coach and HR transformational strategist, fusing operational excellence with emotional intelligence, founder of a purpose-centered coaching firm that guides leaders to align their values with vision, unlocking authentic, there we go, performance, growth, and lasting influence, empowers physicians to recover lost revenue and reclaim vital time so they can focus on healing while restoring their financial health and professional freedom. Let's welcome to the show, Maritza Allucia.
Maritza, welcome to your Heart of Influence. Never easy to assemble this heart-centered and masterful group. Wonderful job. And Maritza, please, your fun fact.
My fun fact is my sport is competitive ballroom dancing. I just got that aha moment that dancing can be a sport.
And Maritza makes it a sport, rocking, doing the things. Bella Rita and Maritza, shall we do the things?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. So with that said, let me please introduce the person who's been doing the introducing. This woman started her career in influence, which we know is the only attainable superhuman power. And of course, when it's put together with process mastery, creates the greatest leverage force on planet Earth, compound influence. So this woman, master of compound influence, started that career as an 8-year-old selling crafts on her parents' front lawn. She progressed as a teenager to putting 3 words that don't go along together, that word teenager, network marketing, and 7 figures. Talking $1 million business as a teenager, red hair blowing in the convertible, all the things. Then she progressed from there and said, you know, I think I'm going to move into some more traditional business. Age 24, 25, and 26, she was repeating like Michael Jordan, except not in hoops, but instead as Nevada's numero uno, Bella Rita, #1 business broker in the great state of Nevada. And of course, Bella Rita was the first woman ever to do it in a male-dominated industry and younger than any man who ever did in the first place, let alone 3 straight years as Nevada's #1 business broker. From there, she said, I may know a thing or two that can help other people. So she began to train the big boys and girls at the Fortune 500, as well as entrepreneurs. In fact, in 2019, every sales team Bella Rita worked with sales. She is a skier, surfer, scuba diver, adventurer. Maybe showing this from YouTube, like on Saturday. Today, I think it might be a blind man. It tends to vary, but she's also a philanthropist that has raised $10 million with the Unblinded team, who in 2023 publicly battled and defeated cancer. Let's welcome to Maritza's Heart of Influence, the woman who is in her 1,700th show. Yes, 1,700 plus shows. The one and only heart of the Heart of Influence. Let's welcome Bella Rita.
Hello.
Bella Rita in the building. Bella, please, your headline fun fact in your 1,728th episode. I'm not quite sure it's exactly that, but it's over 1,700. Bella Rita, over you.
I think I'm going to go with the fun fact of I did, in fact, learn to surf, ski, and scuba dive by a blind man. And I, for the first time yesterday, went surfing by myself without the blind man and caught 3 waves on my own. However, I definitely have conceded to the fact that I much prefer surfing with my surf caddy than surfing on my own, where I've got to drag the board out and swim past all the waves all by myself. I much prefer surfing with my surf caddy, but that's my fun fact for today, Sean.
Yes, I will be surf caddying for you on Wednesday. Yes, so we are less than 48 hours away from surf caddying continue. Bella, let's do the things on Maritza's Heart of Influence.
Let's do the things. And let me introduce my co-host, the man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Becky at body surfing competitions. He's only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016. The only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. In fact, the state of New Jersey actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 18 times. And when he's not busy flying around speaking on stages, he is an incredible philanthropist that raised nearly $10 million for refugees in the Ukraine. Let's welcome my co-host, the one, the only, Sean Callagy.
Well, Bella Rita, thank you so much. Maritza, and warm welcome to all on this place for growth-driven folks. And my fun fact will be, yes, I am a blind man that has taught sighted people to ski, surf, and scuba dive. And this month, 2 interesting things happened. We passed the $1 billion mark, like B, 1 billion with a B, for collecting underpaid and unpaid claims for healthcare entities. And this month alone, we are tracking right at, and we're going to get the final numbers for the day, pushing up at 15 million for the month. So that is my headline. Oh, and I go with this, Bella. And the top person who's on our team in commissions earned over $300,000 this month in commissions. So Bella Rita, that is my several quick headline fun facts on Maritza's Heart of Influence.
Those are some super fun facts. I think you outdid my I surf 3 waves on my own. Those are quite impressive. And I did call our teammate that did earn a $300,000 in commission and asked if we could at least go out to dinner or something. So that is super fun. He is so thrilled, as it is life-changing for her. So thank you, Sean.
Amazing. Bella Rita, it's time to rock and roll. Who's going first?
Let's rock and roll. And I think we should definitely kick this off with the vaginecologist.
Okay, vaginecologist. Dr. Irwin, warm welcome again. And what we're doing here, we have a little bit of fun, make some introductions, all the things, but we're dealing with serious business. as you can attest to, the causing of yes is the root of everything. If you're there for reproductive health, the causing of yes, individually and with groups of people, cause people to stay alive and to make sure that they're healthy and strong. Same thing with their money, same thing with charitable fundraising, same thing with every facet of life. Everything happens after yes, but not just any yes. Who wants to be in Boyle Room, Wolf of Wall Street, even Shark Tank? We're not looking for pitching, hooking, or clothing. No, 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 no. What happens, though, when heart-centered, integrous people like you, Dr. Irwin, have a yes that should happen? What does it look like? How does it work in this crowded world of messaging, much of which is non-integrous? So, Dr. Irwin, to be in this think tank, this research and development laboratory with more than 8,000 people having been here before you, Bella is going to be anyone you want her to be. She could be an ideal patient. She could be somebody holding the keys to a powerful speaking engagement. She could be a politician or some other famous person like Oprah Winfrey, Warren Buffett, anyone. But you got vaginecologist Dr. Irwin that you would like Bella Verita to be, that you'd be going from hello to yes with. Quick notes. It doesn't have to be a sale, and it doesn't have to be a final yes. It could just be a simple yes to a longer conversation to a larger yes. So please, Dr. Irwin, who would you like Bella Verita to be?
So, well, I would like her to be a doctor who's coming out to speak to 40 to 60-year-old women who have had children. And the reason being is because most of the conditions that this doctor treats have to do with having had children. So the 5 main categories that a urogynecologist does is treat.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry, Dr. Irwin, you're going to do a second. So you want Bella to be a doctor who's coming out, like you're going to be going from hello to yes with her about something, right? So she's a doctor that works with women 40 to 60 that have had children. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Bella Verita, take us in.
Hello, this is Dr. Bella.
Hi, Dr. Bella.
Hello.
So tell me, I have these big problems. I've had 3 kids and I'm peeing all over myself and I just don't know what to do.
So you're coming, I thought you were wanting me to come speak at one of your events, but you're actually looking for a doctor for yourself.
Okay, maybe I'm misunderstanding this.
Yeah. You're going from hello to yes with me. So like in your practice, you go from hello to yes. Either it's to get a patient to do something. Maybe, I was understanding you were looking for a doctor to come speak on your platform. So I'm the person you're seeking the yes with, and I'm playing that role.
Okay. Well, what if I want to be the one that goes out to speak? I have to, I guess I'm not quite understanding the role here. I guess when I was introduced to this whole topic, I was thinking that I needed to present what it is that I wanted to, because I wanted to go out and do a conference, and I want to convince you why I should be the one to be presenting at the conference.
Then I will be the event planner, and I book the speakers. How about that?
Great. Okay. So hello. So I want to go out and speak to 40 to 60-year-old women who have had children and who are having problems with their pelvic floor. And I want to, in this conference, present 3 to 5 points that will help prevent these issues that ultimately cause women a lot of poor quality of life issues. So these points that I would then present are how to do pelvic floor exercises correctly, because most of us do not know how to do it. And I'll be the first to admit that I didn't until I really got into my subspecialty. And then I would like to teach how to sit on the toilet correctly to pee versus to poop. Then I'd also like to teach how to drink your fluids correctly. Believe it or not, there's a correct way to do it. And I'd come in my lab coat, but then for my 4th point that I would explain, I would then take my lab coat off and have a belly dance outfit on, because belly dance is one form of exercise that will improve the pelvic floor. And there's actually research that has shown that it will improve and reduce the risk of stress incontinence. And then I would present those pelvic floor moves in belly dance positions.
Wow, that
Whoa.
sounds like the most entertaining and educational talk for women I could ever think of. So definitely want to have a longer conversation about that for sure. And Dr. Teresa, are you looking for any male counterparts that you need to also have dress up in belly dancing costumes that they can help present with you? Is this something you're looking for? Because I might have something for you.
I'd love
Bella
to.
Rita, you're up. Your time is up. Thank you, Dr. Irwin. Bella's putting me into belly dancing costumes. That's
No,
what's
I'd
happening
like
here,
the
Dr. Irwin.
drummer.
Really.
The guy could be the Doombeck player.
The Doombeck player. All right, he's in for the Doombeck player. And next
All right.
up,
I like playing.
Derek.
I like playing with the Doombeck. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Who's that, Belle?
Derek.
Derek, who would you like Bella Rita to be that you're going from hello to yes with?
Are you with us, Derek?
Yes, I'm with.
Hey, Derek, who is
hear
Bella
me?
going to be that you're? Yes, we can hear you now. So who would you like Bella to be, Derek?
Okay, great. Bella, I want her to be a dentist, and I am a developer and salesperson of a new technology, and I want to get her to say yes to us actually scheduling an appointment to look at the technology.
Cool. Bella Rita, dentist, Dr. Bella, come on.
Hello, this is Dr. Bella.
Hey, Dr. Bella, this is Derek Saws with Inner Teeth. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Hey, Doc, I know that you're a busy lady, but there is some new technology that I thought about you when it came to me. It's a new technology called Inner Teeth. What we have found from some studies that we've done, several white paper studies, is that the patient population between the age of 50 and 80 are starting to have a significant number of cracked teeth due to all of the pharmaceuticals that many of them are on. I'm sure you watch TV and you see almost every other commercial is a drug commercial, whether it's for diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, or something else. We're finding that the overabuse of pharmaceuticals is beginning to affect the teeth of the older patient population between 50 and 80. Have you noticed that some of your patients have started to have fragile teeth that used to just be fairly strong, and you're wondering about how that's coming about?
Yes.
Well, our studies show that many of these patients are showing up to you with teeth pain. And so what our belief is that teeth pain should not be your first diagnosis. Otherwise, you've already missed the problem. And I don't even know if this will even make sense for you, but I would like to I would like us to further the conversation in your office. My goal is to come to you and to share with you this new technology. It's an infrared technology that measures each patient's tooth to determine if there's already microfractures in the teeth. And if you determine that there are microfractures in the teeth prior to the tooth getting to a point where we're having to do more major work, it allows you for an earlier diagnosis. And I think you might be able to help your patients to prevent cracked teeth and broken teeth sooner by having this technology. It also is something that we believe that insurance companies will reimburse for. So we're hoping that this will be not only something great for you to help your patients with, but also something to enhance your revenue. Does this sound like something that maybe we could carve out about 15 to 30 minutes for another visit?
Yeah, I think this makes sense. It's definitely interesting. I'd like to know a little bit more about this technology. So let's set something up where you can come into the office and maybe show us, and we'll go from there.
That's great. I appreciate that. Who should I talk to about scheduling the appointment?
How about you reach out to my assistant, Sean, and he'll get that booked right away.
That's great. I'll reach out to Sean and get something scheduled, and I look forward to shaking your hand. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much.
Dr.
Great
Bella,
job.
paging Dr. Bella. This is your assistant, Sean, in my belly dancing costume. Dr. Bella, outstanding. Certainly our gynecologist, and Derek, outstanding. Bella Rita, let's get to the feedbackers and maybe one word and all the fun things.
All right, let's get to the feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. Judges, this is the time in the show that you're going to share your experience of the gynecologist and Derek. So it's going to be 30 seconds, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then what is one word of just overall how you felt about the presentation. So let's start with Carlos. And Carlos, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for the gynecologist?
She did awesome. Compared to that, the start was kind of confusing. The only thing maybe I would say be a little more prepared, but I know that's not her fault. So other than that, I think she did good. Maybe a little more, I don't know, information to give to get to that. Cool. Yes.
Yeah, and Carlos, what's one word that you felt about Dr. Irwin's presentation?
Oh, just awesome. Awesome.
Awesome. Beautiful. Bella Rita, we got awesome.
We got awesome. Next up, let's go Jeffrey. Jeffrey, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Derek, please?
All right. Derek, really, I thought that was amazing. You are quite the speaker and salesperson. Everything that I learned in the military always started with, we have to get to yes. And what is it that you have to do to get to yes? And I think that you covered a lot of the facets that are going to influence others to be able to have a desire to see that. And really, I think a one word for you would be influencer.
Oh, influencer. Nice, Jeffrey. Thank you. And the military's getting a yes, Bella Rita. Come on.
Military's getting a yes. Let's go, Marguerite. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for the gynecologist?
I thought she was so original. You know, in the beginning, she was a little bit, confused about, how to kickstart, this role play. But she realigned her beautifully herself. I think it's very original, when you can introduce a little bit of humor and fun into, something you want to sell. I think you are already a winner. So she played that part really well with the belly dancer. For improvement, I think next time she will be so prepared. I mean, when I look at her, that is the type of lady. So I thought it was really awesome. It was nice.
Beautiful. And what's your one word then, Marit?
Helpful. I think for
nice.
People, helpful. A savior.
Cool. Helpful. Got it, Marit. Thank you. So we have helpful and Bella.
And next up, we've got Maritza. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Derek, please?
I like all the information he was able to explain in a very short period of time what his product did and what were the benefits. I may have considered to ask you questions of what were the main concerns that you have. So I start connecting with your needs and also explaining what are the benefits of the product that he is saying. My work to him is just very knowledgeable and you know how to drive to a yes.
Nice. Knowledgeable. We got some good words there, Bella Rita. Now, Bella, everyone, it's time that Bella turns the tables on poor little old me, the blind guy. Bella.
Yes. Marit, as you well know, this is the time in the show that I've cooked up a couple of scenarios behind the scenes over here for Sean to do a little reverse role play. I have two scenarios for you today. You can choose from one of the scenarios. You can change anything about the scenarios, or you can come up with something much, much harder on your own. Are you ready for what I have for today?
Yes.
All right. Both our scenarios are reverse role plays. So I thought Sean could play the gynecologist, going from hello to yes with the event planner to do a belly rolls and better bowels talk at the next women's convention. So that is women's doctors convention. So that is option number one. And then option number 2, of course, Sean could do a reverse role play of Derek going from hello to yes with the dentist. So either one of those tickle your fancy, Maritza.
Oh, I would like case number 1.
Case number 1. And so Sean
I
will
knew
play,
you were going to do that to me, Maritza.
of course. And so he's going to play Dr. Gynecologist. Who do you want to play the role of the event planner?
Can it be Jeffrey? Will you be up to do it? To be the event planner?
You're evil today, Maritza. I remember when you were my friend.
Sure, I can do that.
Okay, so Jeffrey, you are the speaker booker for the American Medical Women's Association, and Sean is going to play Dr. Irwin, the vaginacologist, and Sean, you're going to be going from hello to yes to speak at the next association convention. And I don't know if you heard a role play. The title that we've come up with is Better Belly Rolls and Better Bowels, how to poop and pee right, and even learn how to belly dance. So there you go, Sean.
Oh my God. You're disgustingly horrible. Oh my God. Okay. So Jeffrey, can you be Mr. Jones, please? Okay. So hi, is Mr. Jones available?
Yes, I'm Mr. Jones.
Yeah. Hey,
How may I
Mr.
help
Jones. This is Dr. This is Dr. Irwin. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. Is it still a good time for you?
Yes.
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Mr. Jones. I know how busy you are. I know there's a lot of conversations about speakers, so I'm very, very grateful. And if I may ask, and I certainly will keep this to our 3 minutes, what prompted you in the first place to say yes to this conversation? I know my topic can be seen as unconventional. I'm very grateful for the conversation, but what was the why behind accepting this conversation in the first place? Please, Mr. Jones.
Well, for the American Medical Women's Association of Gynecology, we are really looking forward to find interesting and innovative speakers for our next conference. And I will say that your area of expertise is just intriguing. So that's the word I would say.
Oh, thank you so much. And Mr. Jones, it's fair to say that, and I've read the website, I've certainly seen blog articles you've published, that this is a stand as the American Women's Medical Association for healthcare providers bringing truth and integrity to women, but anything else that's a bigger why behind the event, or your purpose in all this, Mr. Jones, anything else you'd like me to know before I share a couple of things?
Sure. Well, I'll take a line out of from Simon Sinek, start with why. And I really think is to help women of not only the healthcare field, but certainly women throughout this nation. So that's the topic of the conference, is assisting women. And we would like to see if you can intrigue the world by your topic.
Yes, well, thank you for that. And from that place, then, can I share a couple of things really quickly in our final minute or so? Mr. Jones, please.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was saying in our final minute or so, may I share a couple of things that may or may not
Absolutely,
resonate with
please go ahead.
Yeah, so thanks, Mr. Jones. So at the end of the day, we're talking about life and death. However, when you're speaking about life and death, as you have noted, we want to build some intrigue. And I believe there's 4 different energies that cause people to be influenced. Mr. Jones. First, there's the aspirational visionary energy, a la Dr. Martin Luther King. I have a dream. There's deep, caring, abiding love and presence. See, for example, Snow White or Cinderella speaking to their animal friends. And of course, there's the power of decisive energy. Let's call it the Zeus energy, where someone is a lightning bolt, a decision maker, a decisive disruptor, calling forth an outcome, a call to action. What makes all of that come together and work is the magic of someone like Robin Williams, Willy Wonka, with its fun that opens listening, opens the heart, settles the nervous system. Because who wants to hear from a drill sergeant, a nagging parent, a school principal? I don't think so. I think we want someone that has fun, aspirational, heart-centered goddess energy, and decisive Zeus energy. So what I bring forth in the presentation of this intrigue that you've noted, Mr. Jones, is precisely that. It isn't done light with flares of belly dancing and pelvic exercise, vaginecologist and speaking about how we sit in the toilet. We will absolutely have the audience rolling in the aisles, that's for sure. But we'll also have the audience seeing a powerful vision forward, deep presence and love for all of the women who unnecessarily suffer and perhaps even lose their life because of how abysmal communication, messaging, and discomfort has been in this country. But we also won't step over the fact that this is a complicated issue and something people are uncomfortable speaking of. We won't judge them. We will enroll them powerfully, lovingly, and decisively. If any of this resonates with you, Mr. Jones, what I would propose very simply is a follow-up 15 or 30-minute conversation where we could dig in a little more deeply to what I'm discussing. I know you had 3 minutes today, but it would be an honor. And my why is to save lives with education that is valued, entertaining, powerful, and transformative. If any of that resonates, Mr. Jones, I would be honored to have a follow-up conversation to see how we can make this all fit together and work together and see if it does truly solve some of your challenges. But intrigue, we will be intriguing and a lot more. So, Mr. Jones, how would it resonate with you or not? Have a follow-up conversation, please.
Yes, I would like that. Anything that can provide not only the intrigue, but an uncomfortable topic of conversation in a way that will help and could very well change people's lives is something that I want to know more about.
My standard, Mr. Jones, is to be the most unforgettable speaker while touching hearts and advancing action. So shall I follow up with your assistant, Joe, that helped us set up this meeting?
Absolutely.
Well, thank you. Have a blessed day and look forward to speaking with you, Mr. Jones.
Thank you.
Dr. Irwin, we'll come back to Jeffrey. Thank you so much. Great job, Jeffrey. Dr. Irwin, very impressive having you in that participant seat today, kicking us off. I love your energy, love your mission, its disruptive nature. And Dr. Irwin, our vaginecologist, how did I do as you? And how was your time on Maritza's Heart of Influence today?
Very impressive. I wish I could have stated it so eloquently as you did. Nice job. And I love the reasoning behind it, improving the quality of life for women. And yes, great job. I would have hired you.
Well, thank you. And I mean every word of it. I am clear that not speaking about things because they're uncomfortable doesn't solve the problems. And thank you for being courageous and stepping forward in the world. And final, Dr. Irwin, how was your time today on Maritza's Heart of Influence overall?
Fantastic. Except for my fumble, it was great.
You did good.
Well, you did beautifully. Thank you. And Jeffrey, again, thank you for your service to our nation. Really appreciated you. Wonderful job as Mr. Jones and as a feedbacker. How'd I do as Dr. Irwin, and how was your time today, Jeffrey, on Maritza's Heart of Influence, please?
Oh, it was fun. You all have been very inviting, and this is a great opportunity to network with others and in a fun way. And I think you were very pointed in your ability to make points and the ability to bring in other things into your conversation that wraps things up as a whole. I thought was phenomenal. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And again, thank you for everything that you've done for our freedom. Thank you. Marit, loved you in that feedbacker seat and loved the enthusiasm. It's infectious, palpable, all of it, Marit. And Marit, how was your time today on Maritza's Heart of Influence?
You're muted. Marguerite. Can you hear us? Marguerite, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
Is it me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. It's the first time to see Sean in our action, and I am really gobsmacked because he is like a painter. He depicts the story and, with the right tone, with the right frequency, with the right group you want to address, and just with the persuasive words and compassion. And, I was very impressed, how you can set up a sales pitch. Overall, I thank you so much for inviting me, on this show. And for me, it's the first time. But it's great for networking. It's great to meet new people, and yeah, it has a very good energy going. Congrats.
No. Thank you, Marie. Really appreciate it. You brought such beautiful energy yourself. Received with gratitude. And Bella Frida, where are we going? Very welcome.
Well, let's go to our other participant. Did a fantastic job. Derek, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
It was a lot of fun. That's my big word, fun. I always enjoy anything that helps me, helps others to grow and to stretch ourselves and to be exposed to other people's thoughts and ideas. I've always been a big believer. If I can take away just one little thing, even if it's something really tiny, and it makes me better as in all areas of my life, then it's worth the investment of time. So today it was definitely worth the investment of time, and it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Derek, and really you did a masterful job for sure. Honor and privilege for having you here today. And Bella, please.
Next up, we've got Carlos. Carlos, thank you for being here today. Great job kicking us off in the judge's seat. Thank you for your contribution. And how was your time today on the Heart of Influence?
My time was awesome. Everyone did great. It was a learning experience, and I was happy to be a part of this panel. Looking forward to networking with everyone.
Oh, thank you for that, Carlos, for sure. Wonderful, wonderful work. And Bella Frida, does that bring us to, actually, before the woman of the hour, do we have our friend Leah?
We do have our friend Leah.
Well, what's Leah got to say?
So Leah is our AI actualized intelligence but bot, what do we call it? Agent, that's it. Agent who is trained in the unblinded influence formula, who has her bit of feedback for our two participants. So for the vaginacologist, you entered with vibrant specificity, a crystal clear sense of purpose that wasn't just a pitch. It was a mission cloaked in humor, authority, and embodied knowing. The transition from lab coat to belly outfit, iconic. The moment revealed your unique heroic identity with flair and educational firepower, bridging science and spirit with a wink. Your clarity of avatar, heart-centered intention, and evidence-based disruption created an instant rapport of credibility. That said, a few notes just pointed outside the frame. We didn't quite feel the pain or the ouch of these women without a clear emotional access point, frustration, embarrassment, shame, limitation. We missed the moment of truth that yearns for the yes. Also, the agreement formation hovered in the hallway. We needed a bit more explicit invitation for the next step to seal the dance. Score 106 out of 130. And now, with a shimmer and a squeeze, let's cha-cha slide to the next pelvic floor powerhouse. So thank you.
That is good.
The vaginacologist. And then next up, Leah had for Derek. You entered like a seasoned sage with X-ray vision, calm, curious, and consultative. The rapport built quickly with warmth. I thought of you, and relevance, pharma, and fragile teeth grounded you in context and validation. Your tone carried sincerely without being syrupy. And the pivot to science-backed insight, your unique heroic identity, subtle gravity. Like a stealthy dental detective with heart, bonus points for receding insurance reimbursement and patient benefit, classy reciprocity and contrast. For optimization, a bit more emotional pain could have cracked the case wide open with the cost of missing misfractioned, fear of tooth loss, shame, costly emergencies, giving the ouch before the aha. Agreement formation was clean. A soft push for urgency or exclusivity would elevate from a polite yes to a priority yes. Score 112 out of 130. And with that diagnostic dazzle, we'll drill over to the next conversation crusader.
Thank you, Bella Vreda. Great job. Maritza, with all of it, including Leia's feedback, outstanding job today. This was a masterful group, heart-centered group for sure. And your final, Maritza.
My final is a huge thank you for the authenticity, the vulnerability, and the big missions that you guys carry through. It's an honor to have you here in the Heart of Influence, and also a big thank you to Bella and to Sean for their mastery, and to every time just come with this masterful way on influence. So thank you to all of you, and it's a pleasure to be here with sharing this space.
Great job today, Maritza. And for those that don't know Maritza well, this woman straight up is as authentic and committed to mastery as they come. So thank you for that, Maritza. My final is, well, pre-final actually, is we have two gifts for you. First gift is our Group Influence book. It is the book of all time of the superpower of group influence, which of course is a combination of public speaking, leadership management dynamics overall. And if you saw some resonance with anything you felt here, and we're curious about Leia's feedback, each of you have feedback on the show, and there's more for you with our Actualized Intelligence agents if you have a conversation with one of our team members in follow-up to see how we can serve and support you with an Actualized Intelligence blueprint, which is our gift to you. Gift free, no investment for being here. It would be really crazy to miss out on that since we're all here because we want to build and grow. So that's there. And Bella Vreda, outstanding, masterful, as always, your final.
My final is, first of all, Maritza, phenomenal job putting G Hicks together in this room to meet each other. She did this for you guys. It's not an easy task to take on, to assemble an audience of people that do not know each other to meet each other so you can grow in your relationship. So phenomenal job, Maritza. Definitely connect with each other because that's why Maritza invited you here. And you would be crazy not to take that business acceleration session, because what we are doing with AI and the plan that it can come up with in that session will blow your mind. You thought Leia's feedback was great. Wait till you hear our other agents. So definitely take us up on that. And thank you all for being here. And Sean, back to you.
Yeah, we end every show by saying this. I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain as to the possibilities for acceleration that we're all after. We all want more, not more for ourselves only, but to impact the world, our communities in greater ways. So often those possibilities are sitting right there in front of us. But we all could use a little unblinding because, Bella, at some level, we are all blind.
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Great job, Maritza. Thank you, everybody. Wonderful work. Great job, Belle. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.